strikeout there by Bravo.
Macbeth.
And another strikeout for Bravo that records his third strikeout of the ball game. Looks like we're live now, so Carv, watch what you say.
I always do.
I always do. As we go to the bottom half of the second inning, we have no score, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. Some of you are just now joining us, and we apologize about the problems that we've been having, but it looks like we finally got a live feed. The Newton Rebels are facing the Sunflower Seeds as we go to the bottom half of the second inning. We'll get you started here. The Sunflower Seeds took 4 batters to the plate in the first inning. They scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base on balls. And the second and the bottom half of the first inning for the Newton Rebels, they scored no runs on 1 hit as Lachlan Ross had a base hit, but was left forced out at second base for the third out. So they scored no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Top half of the second inning for the Sunflower Seeds had a 1-3 play, strikeout for the second out and a strikeout for the third out. So there was no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base at the top half of the second. That brings us to the bottom half of the second inning. Batting will be the first baseman, number 21, Lincoln Andrews. And we hope that you all find us on YouTube, Newton, Kansas Rebels. First pitch by Conor Gibson is ball 1. So the count is no balls and 1 strike.
You know, I do like Lincoln Andrews. I think that he's going to be a very good player. He's young. He's a freshman.
Ball hit into center field. Center fielder backing up. That's Blasey making the catch for out number 1. Now batting for the Newton Rebels will be the designated hitter number 17, Enzo Bonventry. Bonventry comes in batting .250 as he's appeared in 5 ball games, has been up the bat 16 times, has 4 hits, and has only scored 1 run, but does have 4 RBIs. Swing and a miss there by Bonventry.
I was going to say, Enzo's another guy that's been with us for 3 years, and we've seen his progression as a hitter.
He can definitely perform. Last year he hit for the cycle. Breaking ball, that one hit hard there
nice
to the
play,
third baseman. Nice job by the third baseman, Jag Wagner, as he scooped that one. And Bonventry's out on a hard hit ball.
And that's good to see. At least Enzo is, hitting the ball hard on the line. He was struggling a little for a few at-bats, but like I said, he's another hard worker. He'll be in that cage working hard, so that's good. A good line drive.
Now batting for the Newton Rebels, center fielder number 30, Ricky Hockett. Hockett has appeared in 1 ball game, and he went 0 for 4 in that ball game.
Ricky's a Friends University product, right? He played center field, and he also pitches, Frank. So we haven't seen him on the mound, but he's had some. I remember he had a 12 strikeout performance in a game this spring.
So the count is 1 ball, 1 strike now to Hockett. One and 2 the count. Swinging strike 3 for out number 3. So the bottom half of the second inning for the Newton Rebels, they scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 2 innings of play, we have no score, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, joined along by General Manager Mark Carbella. As we go to the top half of the third inning, the Sunflower Seeds leadoff batter will be the second baseman, number 13, Jordan Helm. Helm has played in 3 ball games. Has appeared at the plate 5 times and is looking for his first base hit here in the Sunflower League. Zach Bravo, the pitcher for the Newton Rebels. First pitch is high for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Once again, we are in the top half of the third inning. No score yet.
Right now, we talked about Bravo needs to be efficient. Just keep coming after him.
Here's Bravo's pitch. Swing and a miss there by Helm. The count will even up now at 1 ball, 1 strike. Beautiful evening here in Newton, Kansas, as the sun is out. There's another swing and a miss. Great pitch there by Bravo. And he goes up on the count, 1 ball to 2 strikes. Call strike 3 for out number 1 here in the top half of the third inning.
And Frank, we talked about he's trying to figure out his location on his fastball. That's about all he's throwing right now, and that's all he needs to throw right now until they show they can hit it and come around, get around on it. And he's finally getting that location. He's getting it figured out.
And Bravo has recorded his 4th strikeout of the ball game. Now batting the center fielder, number 5, Cale Blasey. Blasey's batting .286. As he's appeared in 3 ball games, has been up to bat 7 times, has 2 hits. There's a ball hit into left field. Looks like it's going to drop in for a base hit. So Blasey records his 3rd hit of the season.
It was an 0-2 pitch. It was low, and, I mean, Blasey just battled him and went the other way with it. He did a good job of hitting right there.
Going to bring up the left fielder, number 33, Casey Mays. Casey grounded out to the pitcher, Bravo, on 1 pitch. Bravo throws over to first base, and Andrews scoops it up, but not in time. So we have 1 down with the runner on at first base as Cale Blasey reached on a base hit. And here's Bravo's pitch. in there for call, strike one. 0-1 now the count to Casey Mays. Mays is batting .250 as he's appeared in 4 ball games, has been up to bat 16 times and has 4 hits and has scored 3 runs coming into this ball game. Another throw over to first base, but Blasey back safely. Both teams come in 1-4 here, Carv. That one fouled off by Mays.
Yeah, it's a very important game because I think right now you have to get the momentum. They still have to play tomorrow. And I think for the Rebels to keep in contention or whatever, you need to get 3 out of 4.
In this series, each team plays each other 4 times, and they just go right back to back to back to back. So this is the 3rd ball game between both these 2 teams. I believe we'll be in Cheney tomorrow.
Right.
Facing the Sunflower Seeds for the 4th game of this series. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Casey Mays. And here's Zach Bravo's pitch. Swing and a miss there by Mays as Mays goes down for the 2nd out of the inning. And that is the 5th strikeout recorded by Zach Bravo.
And again, what we talked about before the game, that's more Zach Bravo that we know, that we've seen for the last couple of years. And again, he's still getting his arm in shape. And the biggest question today, how far can he go into this game? And I guess we'll find out. He's looking good right now, Frank.
It's going to bring up the 3rd baseman, number 19, Jack Wagner, for the Sunflower Seeds. He reached on a base on balls the first time up in the 1st inning. Was left stranded. So Blasey is still at first base. The ball hit to the 3rd base side. It is going to be foul. So Bravo goes up, no balls to 1 strike. Once again, we are in the top half of the 3rd inning. Beautiful evening here in Newton, Kansas. We had some storms last night after we left here around 6:30. Not sure exactly what time the storms hit, but they look like they rained pretty good here. I saw that lightning up north from Park City where I live at.
Yeah, it's very scenic. You could see it around the whole city, especially the northern part like you were talking about. And I didn't know we'd be able to play today.
Count is 1-1 now to Wagner. And here's Bravo's pitch. Breaking ball missing outside. So the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Bravo missing low for ball 3. 3-1 now the count.
It's a good miss. I mean, it wasn't by much, but it could have been called.
As there is 2 down here in the top half of the 3rd inning with the runner on at first base. And here's Bravo's pitch to Jack Wagner. Ball hit deep into left field. It looks like it may be foul, though. It'll be foul, so that will even up, take the count to full now at 3-2. And we're not going to take a break here between this next inning. We want to make sure that we thank our sponsors. So we'll do that here
we definitely
in between
need to do
innings.
that.
Full count to Jack Wagner.
We need those sponsors, and we need more. So if you want to help out the Rebels, be a sponsor, just let us know.
There goes Blasey to second base, missing outside. So Wagner reaches the 2nd time here in the ball game. That's a 2nd walk given up by Bravo. Both of them to Jack Wagner. It's going to bring up the right fielder, number 24, Dylan Phillips. Phillips struck out his first time up at the plate. And Zach Bravo now wants to speak to
They probably
Uchi.
want to change some of the signs going on. The second baseman, see, relaying. So they're changing it up. But the thing is right here, it's, again, we just talked about this, Frank, 2nd time around in the batting order. And I always feel like, okay, the hitter, okay, I know what I have to face this time. And then the 3rd time, I know what he has. It should be.
There's Bravo's pitch hitting the outside corner for strike 1. As we have runners at 1st and 2nd with 2 down here in the top half of the 3rd inning. No score yet if you're just now joining us. That one fouled off by Phillips.
Like I said, and this is pretty big because you do not want Zach Bravo to get extended. To get extended like a lot of pitches right here. If you can get him out, he's still looking good, but how far can he go? And again, we were talking, you and I are both talking to Coach Clark about the bullpen, and he needs to develop that.
Well, definitely being young in the season, I'm sure they're still working on count. And here's Bravo's pitch. Swing and a miss there by Dylan Phillips. And Phillips goes down for the 3rd out of the inning. Second time struck out here in the ball game. And Bravo records his 6th strikeout of the ball game. So the top half of the 3rd inning for the Sunflower Seeds, they scored no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 2.5, we have no score. Once again, we're going to stay right here as we would like to thank all our sponsors. We have Miller Insurance Agency, American Family Insurance, Doty Work, Conrad Insurance Group, Boston Insurance, Pouch Enterprise, Realty Connection Store and Stuff, Roofing Services Unlimited, Shamrock Car Wash, Pate and Paul Attorneys at Law, Affordable Autos, Remax Associates of Newton, Kansas, Tim Marler Family, Carl Hodges, Dr. Brett Rolfs, DDS, and our host families, Connie Miller, Joe Petlow. We have the Kaufmans, Sheldon Brett Kaufman, and players Aaron Eshelman, Tammy Schmidt, Chad and Joni Considine, and also player Zach Bravo for being our host families. Once again, I'd like to thank all our sponsors because this wouldn't be possible without our sponsors.
I also want to talk about Carl Hodges. Frank, this is making an announcement right now that he's the one who started the Newton Rebels back in 2000. Well, this year we're going to have our MVP award called the Carl Hodges and Family Award. So they're our MVP. So that's something that at the end of the season, Carl will be out here hopefully and get to present the award.
That's great. Carl Hodges, as you all know, is the founder of the Newton Rebels. As we go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning for the Newton Rebels, leading off will be the right fielder, number 9, Eric Garza.
Yeah, Garza right now, he hasn't found his stroke right now, but he's, I talked to him before the game, and he thinks he's got to figure it out. So he's working on, some of his, what we talk about, approach. So his approach, but he's talking about it, and they're pitching him away like they do a lot of players, a lot of hitters.
Well, Garza's looking for his first hit of the season, as he's appeared in 4 ball games, has been up to bat 10 times. He has scored 2 runs. The count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Eric Garza, who's playing right field here this evening. Yeah, I saw you down there talking to him, and I'm sure that you guys were talking about the hitting.
Yeah, he's smart here. He actually, Coach Word, who's up here in the box, we coach a guy named Robert Blankenship, who has worked with him down in Texas.
That one missing high and outside, so that will even up the count now at 2 balls, 2 strikes to Eric Garza. Fouled off by Garza.
So he barely got that one. At least he's battling. Before he was going out in like 3 pitches or whatever. Right here he's battling. And that's what I told him. I said, you got to compete when you're in that box.
Here's Gibson's pitch. That one hit to the right-hand side. Second baseman, it looks like the right fielder Phillips coming in. Looks like the second baseman Helm was going to be backing up, but that was deep enough for the right fielder Phillips. So that's a F9 for out number 1. We'll bring up the left fielder number 22, Tommy Thrasher. Thrasher comes in batting .286 as he's appeared in 4 ball games, has been up to bat 7 times, has 2 hits, and has scored 3 runs. First pitch by Gibson to Thrasher misses for ball 1. So 1-0 the count now, as we have 1 down here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. That one popped up into the infield. Looks like the catcher may be making that play.
Oh, and he dropped it.
Maxson drops the ball.
So he took his eye off of it there and then used 2 hands.
Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike.
We always talk about those fundamentals.
And I believe if he gets on base, that would be an error. Count is 1-1 now to Thrasher. Swing and a miss there by Tommy Thrasher. So the count will go now to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nice pitch there by Conor Gibson.
Yeah, that had some movement to it.
Had a little movement on that one.
Like it looks like both pitchers starting to feel more comfortable right now.
There's Thrasher's pitch. That one fouled off. Headed right back to where my car's parked.
I told you to park way down there, Frank. So
I don't think that was deep enough.
I learned that a long time ago when I was here.
So the count stays at 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tommy Thrasher. Swing and a miss there by Thrasher as he goes down swinging for out number 2. And Conor Gibson records his 2nd strikeout of the ball game. They'll bring up the shortstop number 2, Jack Sigris.
Okay, so here we go. Here goes second. Here we always talk about it. Second time now. Let's see what Sigris has learned. He's watched all these pitches. He's been up. We'll see what happens this time.
Sigris flew out to right field. That one is hit into right field for a base hit. So nice job there by Sigris to record his first hit of the ball game.
And that's one thing I do like about him. He will go to the right side. I was about to say before that, I'd like to see more Rebels hitters taking it to the opposite way. I'm talking about right-handed hitters taking it to right field.
It's going to bring up the 3rd baseman number 1, Andrew Brotman. Andrew hit to the 3rd baseman in the 1st inning. That ball gets away from the 1st baseman, and moving over to 2nd base will be Sigris. So there's going to be error on the play.
And again, Frank, we constantly see this, especially in the week or so. 2 outs, runner on first, and pitchers picking off and bad throws and all that. Like I said, I'm a big believer. Just step off, let them know you're there, focus on the hitter.
So here's Conor Gibson's pitch. That one missing high for ball 1. 1-0 now the count. As Jack Sigris is standing at 2nd base. And we have 2 down here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Still no score between the Sunflower Seeds and the Newton Rebels. That one missing outside. 2-0 now the count.
So when that happens, then the ball gets by the 1st baseman. Hey, you got a runner in scoring position, which is great for us. I'm excited about that.
That one missing outside for ball 3. 3-0 now the count.
Yeah, he's being pretty careful when he's throwing them.
With first base open, he's being very careful. Not giving him anything good to hit. Making him just nibbling the corners, it looks like. Not going to hurt him if he is on base.
And you have a hot hitter up after him. So
call strike 1 right down the pipe.
So if he can somehow get on, you got Ross coming up, and Ross been hitting the ball well.
Count goes to 3 balls, 1 strike now to Andrew Botman. Yeah, Lachlan Ross is the next batter due for the Newton Rebels. Ball hit up the middle. The shortstop is going to be able to get to it. That's Farmer. Farmer goes to first to Macbeth for out number 3. So a 6-3 put out. That grass really slowed it down there. When it first was hit there, I thought it might fall into center field or sneak into center field. but that grass really slowed it down. Bottom half of the third inning for the Newton Rebels, they scored no runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base. So at the end of 3 innings of play, we have no score, and we're going to be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the top half of the 4th inning. And Carv, you got a little bit of advertisement there to do.
Well, this is something special. It's they're running for Roger. Roger Gillespie was a guy when I first even came here to be a coach for Chris Pate. Chris Pate was the general manager, but the other person I called was Roger Gillespie. I've known him since I was in college, and he passed away this spring, unfortunately. And but anyway, what they're doing, it's called Heading for Home 5K, Centennial Park in Newton, Kansas, July 4th, 7:30 a.m. It's going to be with the Legion, and anyway, it's going to be a celebration of the America's birthday. And anyway, we'd like to get some people if they're interested in getting into it. Just look at Heading for Home 5K and run. Okay. And like I say, it's a worthy cause, and like I said, they're running for Roger Gillespie and his memory.
It's going to be a 1-mile fun run, looks like, also.
Yep.
So if you don't forget, that is July the 4th at 7:30 a.m. here at Centennial Park.
It's for children and families, and they can run together. So awesome. That's awesome they're doing that.
Okay, we go to the top half of the 4th inning. That ball hit to the shortstop, Sigris. Sigris goes to first to Andrews for out number 1. That was Caleb Farmer up at the plate. So we have a 6-3 put out for the first down. Top half of the 4th inning now for the Seats. Now batting the designated hitter, number 12, Coy Kuhn is now the batter.
You know, and I see Seagrass, you know, of course, he's been playing second base for Wichita State. I was put him at short. I think he probably played some short before. Like a lot of players in high school, they play short, then all of a sudden they move them. So definitely a good arm there.
Kuhn grounded out to the pitcher the first time. There's a swing and a miss there by Kuhn. So the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now to Coy Kuhn, who's DHing tonight for the Sunflower Seeds. Bravo's pitch missing inside. 2-1 now the count.
And Frake's really interesting because now he's getting his pitch count up. I don't know if we're correct, pretty close, 51 pitches, 52. Last time when his last outing, he was around 40, went around 40, 45. So, if he can get through this inning, you have to just keep extending him, and hopefully he gets back to what he was before.
We got point streak up, but unfortunately they're not keeping track of the pitches. I can't tell you exactly how many he's got. There's Bravo's pitch missing. And the count will go full at 3-2 now. The Coy Kuhn, the designated hitter for the Sunflower Seeds. Starting to get a little bit of shade out there in the infield. Breaking ball missing high. Should be ball, full count now looks like. Okay, we must have missed one somewhere. Missing inside. So Coy Kuhn will go to first base on a base on balls. We'll bring up the catcher number 23, Jordan Maxson.
And Frank, I always look at that as a hitter, seeing it come out of the shade, then right into the sunlight. It's got to be tough. Reminds me, I'm sure Coach Wirt would tell us when he played at Yankee Stadium or something, right? No, he never played there.
So Maxson comes up with the runner on at first base and 1 down here in the top half of the 4th inning. And there's Bravo's pitch hitting the outside corner for strike 1. So the count is no balls and 1 strike now to Maxson. Well, we got 20 people watching. If you are watching, we welcome you to Newton Rebels Baseball.
We got a big crowd out here. I mean, it's what we like to see. It's a big crowd.
Swing and a miss there by Maxson. But the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes.
And I'm trying to find it interesting because when he gets ahead at 2, what's he going to come back with? His fastball, or he's trying, because his off speed isn't there yet, but it's getting there.
Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one missed for strike 3. So Maxson goes down swinging for the second out of the ball game. And that is the 7th strikeout recorded by Zach Bravo. Now batting will be the first baseman, number 31, Brennan Macbeth.
And again, coming back with that fastball, he's locating and coming out of the shadows that you talked about earlier, Frank.
There's Bravo's pitch to Macbeth. He's playing first base this evening. Calls strike 1.
It's just popping right out there. You know, he's getting his pop back right there.
That one swing and a miss there by Brendan Macbeth. And the count goes to no balls, 2 strikes. A lead there by Kuhn at first base. Swing and a miss, and strike 3 for out number 3 as Macbeth goes down for the second time in the ball game. That is the 8th strikeout by Zach Bravo. Top half of the 4th inning for the Sunflower Seeds. They scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 3.5 innings of play, it is the Newton Rebels 0 and the Sunflower Seeds 0. And we're going to be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. No score so far. Due up for the Newton Rebels, we'll have second baseman number 2, Lachlan Ross, followed by catcher Biki Uchi, and then first baseman Lincoln Andrews are due up here in the bottom half of the 4th. Need to get the bats going, don't we?
Yeah, Frank. I mean, again, you know, it's going to. If it's going to stay this way, it's going to be the battle of the bullpens because, you know, Bravo's not going to go 9 innings today. So we got to score some runs, execute, get a couple. Maybe Ross gets on, execute. Just small execution. And it's not looking for a big inning right now, but just get on the scoreboard.
Coming up to bat for the Rebels is second baseman number 2, Lachlan Ross. First pitch by Gibson, calls strike 1. Once again, Ross came in batting .600 here for this ball game. Pitch missing outside by Gibson. Count will even up now at 1 ball, 1 strike. And Conor Gibson's pitch. That one fouled up into the infield. Second baseman backing up. That's Jordan Helm making the catch.
Yeah, and that's the priority right there. Right fielder calls him off. And
right fielder made the catch?
Yeah, right
okay,
fielder.
My bad. I looked up and I thought he was getting under it. So that's out number 1. Going to bring up the catcher, number 15, Hibiki Uchi. First pitch is called, strike one on the inside corner. No wonder I wasn't updating my... Ball hit to the second baseman, goes to first for out number 2. So a 4-3 put out for the second out. We'll bring up the first baseman, number 21, Lincoln Andrews.
And it looks like right now, I mean, both pitchers are in the groove, Frank, and it's just, I don't know, something needs to be done. I don't, put a bunt down or something. Just get something to get somebody on base.
Well, we're fighting that Wi-Fi problem.
I know it's very frustrating.
It's very frustrating
for us and the people out there, but we've had plenty of people working on this. It's not like, it's...
Count is 1 ball, no strikes to Lincoln Andrews. As we have 2 down in the bottom half of the 4th inning. That one ball hit to the right-hand side, and it looks like the umpire called foul ball.
Which I'm very happy about, because that would have been an easy out.
Yep. Catcher pointing out exactly where that hit at. Well, it says we are connected, so... Ball hit the right side. Second baseman goes to first for out number 3. So a 4-3 put out for the third out. Bottom half of the 4th inning for the Newton Rebels. They scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 4 innings of play, we have no score. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the top half of the 5th inning. Leading off for the Sunflower Seeds, due up, I should say, is second baseman number 13, Jordan Helm. On deck will be center fielder number 5, Cale Blasey, and then third up, due up, will be left fielder number 33, Casey Mays. Sorry about that, but I had YouTube in my ear here. I was trying to make sure we were on and back live, and we are. So once again, Jordan Helm is the batter here in the top half of the 5th inning.
And this game's moving pretty rapidly with these 2 pitchers coming right after each other, right, the other teams. But Bravo, this possibly be his last inning, Frank.
First pitch there by Bravo to Helm. Call strike 1, so no balls in 1 strike is the count.
Of course, a lot depends on how he feels and, what Coach Clark and, Coach Clark's worked with a lot of pitchers in his career.
Swing and fouled off there by Helm. So that would take the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Helm struck out his first time at the plate in the 3rd inning as he made the first out. Breaking ball just missing outside.
And I like that. Bravo's working on his other pitches right now, and like I said, once he gets all those going, I mean, that's why he was drafted, last year.
Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Fastball. Got him on the handle there. Just fouled off by Helm. So the count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nice little crowd here at Newton, both in the ballpark and outside the ballpark.
Yeah, we have fans all over. I mean, it's a beautiful day.
Here's Bravo's pitch. Another fastball, swing and a miss there by Jordan Helm. And Helm goes down for the first strikeout of this inning, the first out of the inning, I should say. And that is the 9th strikeout recorded by Zach Bravo. Brings up the center fielder, number 5, Cale Blaze. Bunt laid down by Blaze. Bravo picks it up, goes to first for out number 2. Nice hustle there by Zach Bravo.
And that's the thing about Bravo. He's very athletic. I mean, we've seen it before the last couple of years, people trying to bunt on him. And it's actually, that was a great idea.
Oh, it was a great idea.
And it wasn't too bad of execution, but Bravo made that play.
Yeah, Bravo really came off that mound and hustled in to get that ball, to get that out. That is fouled off there by number 33, Casey Mace, who's playing left field this evening for the Sunflower Seeds.
And it's his 3rd time up. It's the he's the leadoff guy, so we'll see what he's learned.
2 outs. The ball hit to the shortstop, Ross. Ross goes to first to Andrews for out number 3. 4-3 put out for the 3rd out. And the top half of the 5th inning for the Sunflower Seeds. They scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 4 1/2, we have no score, and will be And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. We have no score yet here in this game between the Sunflower Seeds and your Newton Rebels. Due up for the Newton Rebels in the bottom half of the 5th is designated hitter number 17, Enzo Bonventry.
Frank, here we are. It's 7:58. We're in the 5th inning.
Conor Gibson, the pitcher for the Sunflower Seeds, doing a great job. And here's Gibson's pitch to Bonventry.
It's like,
I was thinking both Bravo and Gibson both pitching good games. That's why I had him on my mind there.
Right.
Count is 1 ball, no strikes. That one hit hard into the shortstop. Shortstop makes the play over to first for out number 1. Great play. A 6-3 put out for the first out.
And Enzo right there, he's hitting the 2 hard shots. I mean, the line drive to third base and the one right in the 5-6 hole, and of course he gets thrown out. But he hit it hard.
It's going to bring up the center fielder, number 30, Ricky Hockett.
Pop fly to left field. Yep.
Left fielder Mays moves to his right and makes that catch for out number 2. It's going to bring up the right fielder, number 9, Eric Garza. Eric Garza flew out to right field in the third inning as he made the first out of the inning. And we have 2 down here in the bottom half of the fifth. There's Gibson's pitch, missing low and inside for ball 1.
There you go, Garza right there. Working on that approach right there. That's what we talked about. Yep, right here. That, like Coach Ward was saying over here, it's a hitter's pitch, and it definitely is right here. So one spot, don't get too big. There you go.
Missing outside for ball 3, 3-0 now the count. So we have 2 down here in the bottom half of the fifth. And Conor Gibson's pitch. That one hitting the outside corner.
We definitely need runners on, so he needs to be a little careful right here. There you go.
And ball forward there to Eric Garza as he now moves over to first base. And it will bring up the left fielder, number 22, Tommy Thrasher. Guess what? I got internet again.
All right.
I got Wi-Fi.
Life is good, Frank.
Makes it so much easier to call a game when you got Wi-Fi and you can look at stats and stuff, but when it goes out, it just makes it awful difficult. Ball thrown over to first base. Garza back safely. Thrasher struck out his first time at the plate in the third inning as he made the second out of the inning. There's Gibson's pitch. That one fired off to the right-hand side. Along the first base side is going to be foul. And the count goes to no balls, 1 strike now to Tommy Thrasher.
Be nice to string a couple of hits together, get a run, get something going.
That one missing low for ball 1. So the count will now go to 1 ball, 1 strike. And Garza taking a good lead over at first base. There's Gibson's pitch. That one hit into left field. Left fielder backing up. That's Mays.
And he
makes the catch for out number 3. So fly out to left field for the third out. Bottom half of the fifth inning for the Newton Rebels. They scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 5 innings of play, we have no score. Got anything?
No,
we're going to take
hey, I'm enjoying this game.
We're going to take a small break, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the top half of the 6th inning. We got some more viewers. Looks like we're up to about 30 viewers now. We go to top half 6. Leading off for the Sunflower Seeds will be the third baseman, number 19, Jack Wagner. He'll be followed by number 24, Dylan Phillips. And then third up will be number 15, Caleb Farmer. Zach Bravo's still out on the mound.
Out there. I know that's what Coach and I were talking. I said, hey, how far do you think he can go? And he goes, well, around 70, but I'm sure Bravo is feeling great. The kind of game he is right now, he does not. He's a competitor. I mean, you know that, Frank. You've talked to him plenty of times. He wants to be out on that mound. So, but I'm surprised by the pace of this through 5, and it's an hour. The other day we had with the first inning, it was a 35-minute first inning. Yeah. So, each ball game's different. That's what's great about baseball.
So leading off the top half of the 6th inning for the Sunflower Seeds will be the third baseman, number 19, Jack Wagner. And here's Bravo's pitch. That one hit along the third base side, going to be foul.
You know, it's interesting to see Brotman, like I said, at third. He played at Arc City and Neosho, and he's playing outfield first base. University of New Orleans, they wanted him to play some shortstop also. And, he's just a good athlete.
That one hit into center field. Center fielder Hockett is getting under it and makes the catch for out number 1. So an F8 is the put out for the first out. We'll bring up the right fielder, number 24, Dylan Phillips. This is Phillips' third time at the plate. He has struck out twice, once in the first inning to make the second out, and once in the third inning to make the third out.
We'll see what kind of adjustments that he's making.
Breaking ball there by Zach Bravo. Boy, that was a great pitch there because his motion looked like he was coming in with a fastball.
Yeah, when Bravo, like I said, when he gets those pitches going.
There's a fastball just missing.
And then coming out of those shadows, like we've said many times now, it's just different. The ball's dark and all of a sudden, boom, it's right there.
So the count is 1-1 now to Dylan Phillips. We are in the top half of the sixth inning. No score. That one fouled off by Phillips. Off the fence area, it looks like.
Frank, I don't know, it's like you have a fan club down there? It looks like quite a few of your fans maybe down there.
Quite a few fans out there. That one missing high for ball 2.
I was thinking maybe we ought to start one.
Fan
Frank
club.
Martinez. What do you think?
Oh, I think so.
All right.
Every club has a fan club.
We need you deserve one.
Oh, me? I thought you were talking about the Rebels.
No, I'm talking about you.
Call strike 3 for out number 2. And that is the 10th strikeout recorded for Zach Bravo here in the ball game. A great pitch right at the letters. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, number 15, Caleb Farmer. No, I'm sorry. I misheard you. I thought you were talking about the Rebels.
How many years you been in the NBC, the voice?
Voice of the NBC. This will be my 26th year as a PA voice. Ball hit right back up to the pitcher. Goes off his glove. And the second baseman, Ross, gets the ball, goes to first base. So it is a 1-4-3 put out for the third out. So top half of the sixth inning for the Sunflower Seeds. They scored no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 5.5 innings of play, we have no score. And don't forget, if you are listening in to Newton Rebels Baseball, don't forget to tell the rest of your family members how to get there on YouTube. Go to YouTube, punch in Newton KS Rebels to watch the ball game. The good thing about YouTube that is different than we had Facebook Live last year, this YouTube, you can go back and watch it anytime you want to. Matter of fact, I did last night just to see the errors and everything else that was going on in the ball game. So you can watch it anytime. It's always going to be there. And so if you didn't get a chance to watch it the first time, you can watch it a different date.
Right, and it's awesome because we have a lot of kids from out of state, and it's neat for their parents, even to watch, if they can't watch it live, to see their sons playing.
Yeah, and the good thing about the YouTube also that it's posted. The players like to see exactly what the ball game, so they can go home and watch the ball game at any time, and see what they did wrong or see what they did right. And
they learn from it.
They learn from it exactly right. So we go to the bottom half of the sixth inning, and the score is no runs on no hits, no errors for the. Correction, I'm going to say no runs. Looks like 2 hits and no errors for the Newton Rebels, and no runs, 1 hit, and no errors for the Sunflower Seeds. So leading off will be the shortstop, number 2, Jack Sigris.
He had that hit last time, one of the 2.
He ended up at second base on a throwing error. That breaking ball in there for strike 1. Nice pitch there by Conor Gibson as he changed things up. And he goes up, no balls to 1 strike. So Jack Sigris, the batter. That swing and a miss there by Sigris. And Conor Gibson is ahead of the count as he is up, no balls and 2 strikes. Here in the bottom half of the 6th inning with no score so far. That one missing outside as that gets by the catcher. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Jack Sigris.
And I'm sure it gives, I mean, he's probably pretty much around 80 pitches also. Like I said, we don't have it on here on point streak. So I don't know how much longer he's going to be going.
That one fouled off to the right-hand side, and Macbeth will make the catch out in foul territory for out number 1. Little floater there by Sigris to the first baseman for the first out. Going to bring up the third baseman number 1, Andrew Brotman.
Yeah, I think Brotman just needs to relax from, just believe in himself. He knows what he needs to do. He's been a proven hitter throughout his high school and college career, his JUCO, and also now, now in the University of New Orleans when he hit 470 before the virus.
Breaking ball to Brotman is up high for ball 1. And here's Gibson's pitch. Swing and a miss there by Brotman. That one just on the outside corner as the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike.
I feel sorry for those kids, young men, ladies across the country playing sports and all of a sudden cut short, man. I couldn't imagine, Frank, back in our day if that happened.
Yeah, the high school, and not only that, but ball hit to the right-hand side. That may fall in. No, not able to get to it was Phillips. So Brotman is in with a base hit. A great effort there by Dylan Phillips, but just was not able to get to it.
Yeah, I thought he might have had a chance at it.
Yeah,
right there.
he had a good diving effort, but just it went right by him, and so Brotman's in with a base hit. That's going to bring up the second baseman, number 3, Lachlan Ross. Ross has 1 hit here in the ball game. And he's batting .333 for the season as he's 6 out of 18, has 1 home run. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. He has 1 hit here in the ball game, and he flew out to right field. That ball thrown back over to first base, Brotman in safely.
Seeing that our first three hitters each have a hit.
Just need to put it together here. That one missing for ball 2, 2-0 the count. So we have a runner on at first base as Brotman reached on a base hit. And Lachlan Ross comes in batting .500.
Frank, and when you get a runner on base, pitchers can be different. They could be different pitchers because, they're from the stretch. We'll see what happens.
Ball hit to the shortstop. Could be a double play as it goes from Farmer to Helm, and Helm over to Macbeth for the double play. So we have a 6-4, 6-4-3 double play. And that is 3 outs now here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. So for the Newton Rebels, they scored no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 6 innings of play, we have no score, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the top half of the 7th inning. We got a new pitcher now for the Newton Rebels, and that's going to be number 19, Carson Frazier Frazier now the pitcher. He's a 6 foot, 155 pounders from Cypress Community College. He's a freshman
Temecula.
from California.
Yeah, Temecula.
Temecula, California. I think we had that yesterday. He pitched yesterday. Ball game.
Well, how do you say it, Frank?
Temecula.
No, how did you?
No,
you're not going to say that? Okay.
Hey, I learned.
I liked how you said it.
Fast learner. You notice I passed it on to you.
Yeah.
So top half of the 7th inning for the Seeds, we're going to have designated hitter number 12, Coy Kuhn, will be the first batter that Carson Frazier faces.
Yeah, we talked about this, the battle of the bullpens, and unfortunately we didn't want to get to that, but it is what it is, and Bravo did a great job. Oh my gosh, I don't think he could do anything better for us right there. We just need to get the offense going, and the offense is there, just not putting it together.
Just not putting it together yet. So Kuhn is coming up to bat. This is his third time up at the plate. He grounded out to the pitcher on the second inning, and then got a base on balls in the 4th inning. First pitch to Kuhn is ball 1. So 1-0 the count now to Coy Kuhn. That one hit to the right-hand side, going to fall in for a base hit as that gets over Ross's glove. So Kuhn records his first hit of the ball game, and it'll bring up the catcher, number 23, Jordan Maxson.
It's going to be, see what happens. If he's going to lay a bunt down, what kind of defense we have here, what's going on. But, it's, in a game like this, just one little mistake could cost you.
So Frazier's pitch, ball hit into right field. That one's going to fall in. I don't think that's going to be, yep, it is. Going to fall in for a base hit. Another little looper there. But that thing really hung up there. I thought maybe the Garza might have a chance to get to it, but it fell right in front of him. So 2 base hits in a row now, given up by Carson Frazier. Puts runners at first and second. And will bring up the first baseman. Oh, correction, we're going to have a pinch hitter. Will be number 32. And number 32 is Micah Grover. Grover, correction. Micah Grover.
And this might be where the bunt is here, Frank. Let's see. Yep.
Bunt attempt.
And this is something with summer teams that I found out as a summer coach is that a lot of teams don't practice that. And I made sure we came in early and we worked on things like this. We actually had different plays and everything.
Grover tries to lay a bunt down.
So it's kind of interesting. Plus, you can see if a guy does bunt. But, you got to see what your defense is doing, what kind of plays. And they're all pretty basic defenses. But
Grover's a 6 foot, 200 pounder. Bunt missing high is Carson Frazier. So 3-0 now is the count to Grover.
Yeah, right now you sure don't want to load up the bases. Give the guy a chance to bunt and see what he can do. Maybe he'll pop it up.
Have some action in the bullpen. Ball 4 given up by Frazier. So Frazier comes in here in the 7th inning and gives up 2 base hits and a base on balls. That will load up the bases with no out. And that will bring up the second baseman, number 13, Jordan Helm. There is some action in the bullpen for the Newton Rebels.
Yeah, I can't tell who I was trying to find.
Well, I saw number 34. I think that's Gillick moving that direction. There's Carson Frazier's first pitch to Helm is called strike 1. Once again, the bases are loaded here in the top half of the 7th inning as we have no score, but the Sunflower Seeds are threatening. Breaking ball by Frazier, missing high for ball 1. That will even up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike.
And the thing is, too, it's tough if you're playing up the middle for a double play, even because it's grass. It's tough. It's tough to get a double play.
That one hitting the outside corner. So the count will go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Looks like Carson Frazier there had a little steam behind that one. Breaking ball missing for ball 2. 2-2 now the count. In golf we call it something different, but
Yeah. Oh, well, I hear you.
there's a call, strike 3. Great pitch there by Carson Frazier as he bears down and gets the first out of the inning, and she records his first strikeout of the ball game. Zach Bravo gave up no runs on 1 hit, and he had 10 strikeouts as he ends his duty for the Newton Rebels. And here's Frazier's first pitch to number 5, Blasey. That is fouled off for strike 1.
And I like Frazier right here. I mean, he's aggressive, and he comes right after you. He's just got that location, and he has some on his fastball right there.
Once again, bases are full with 1 down now. Double play will get him out of the inning. That one just missing high, so that will even up the count now at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Great to get the pitcher's best friend right here, the double play.
Here's Frazier's pitch. That one hit into center field. Center fielder coming in, making the catch, and here comes the throw into home. Is it going to be in time? Not going to be in time as Coy Kuhn scores from third base. So Blasey gets an RBI as he flies out into center field. And the score is 1-0 now in favor of the Sunflower Seeds. Going to bring up the left fielder, number 33, Casey Mays.
And the whole thing about that, Frank, if we just get out of this with 1 run, I mean, that's okay. I mean, we need to score. We need to, if you can't score a run, you probably shouldn't deserve to win. And
Frazier's pitch is going to be hit into left center field. That's going to fall in for another base hit. Another run will score, and that is Maxson scoring at home.
I'm not sure what happened there. I missed the cutoff or...
Yeah, not either. Grover ends up at third base, and Mays ends up at second base. And an RBI. So 2-0 is now the score by the Seeds. And that will bring up the third baseman, number 19, Jack Wagner.
Wagner, he's a dangerous hitter. I mean,
Well, when you load up the bases and the first 3 guys up the bat, that kind of makes it kind of tough on you. And that's exactly what has happened here to Carson Frazier. Even though he did strike out the next guy and flew out to center field to score that 1 run. We could have got out of that inning, but another base hit by Mays has scored another run to make it 2-0. Here's Frazier's breaking ball, just missing inside. As home plate umpire Keith Kinley thought about that one, but the count will even up to 1 ball, 1 strike. I said Kinsley, it should be. That one missing low for ball 2. 2-1 now the count.
And actually, I mean, if you look at it, because I think Wagner's a pretty decent hitter, and even if you load the bases here, you got Phillips up.
We got Grover on at third base and Mays at second. There is 2 down here in the top half of the 7th.
So you do have first base open is what I'm getting at. And Phillips is what, 0 for 3? So
here's the pitch. That one fouled off by Wagner.
Yeah, the timing, straight back, just a little under it. Got the full count going.
Trying to see if they got a pinch hitter or not. Coming up. And here's the pitch. That one, ball 4. So Wagner will go reach first base on a base on balls. That will load up the bases again. As Wagner's at first, Mace at second, and Grover at third base.
It's like Coach going to make a change.
And we'll have a pitching change as Carson Frazier came in here in the 7th inning, gave up 2 runs on 3 hits. And he has the bases loaded. That will be charged to him if they happen to score. He had 2 base on balls and 1 strikeout. So I believe
Zach Gillick.
Is it Zach Gillick, number 34? So Zach Gillick will be coming in to pitch for the Newton Rebels. And Frazier recorded 2/3 of an inning.
And Gillick, he's coming in some tough situations. I think coaches have a lot of confidence in him now, and I've seen him come in bases loaded a few times, runners second and third, and all this. And he's a pretty cool guy. He plays at Friends University. He stays cool, stays within himself, and he's improved so much from when I first saw him 2 years ago, Frank. And he just does a great job.
Zach Gillick, 6'2", 205-pounder. You did say he was from Friends University. He's a redshirt freshman. His hometown is Valley Center, Kansas. A Valley Center Hornet. And I just happen to be the voice of the Hornets for 26 years.
And also the NBC. That's why you ought to have your own fan club. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, 26 years for the Hornets and 26 years for
Coach, you
NBC.
Agree? You agree? Shouldn't he have his own fan club? I'll be the president. How's that, Frank?
I want Jordan to be my president.
President? Okay. Jordan?
Taylor.
Taylor, what you got me saying?
Taylor, I want you to be my president
of
the fan club.
Frank Martinez. He ought to have one. I mean.
All right, coming up to bat will be the right fielder, number 24, Dylan Phillips. Taylor Elliott doing our PA here tonight. She's been doing it for the last 4 or 5 games that we've had here at home. We appreciate her work. And here's Zach Gillick's pitch. First pitch in there for strike 1. Once again, Dylan Phillips, the batter. He has struck out 3 times here in the ball game. Once in the 1st, 3rd, and the 6th inning. And here he is up again.
Ball outside.
In the 7th. That one missing outside for ball 1. 1-1 now the count.
But see, that's the difference. And when he misses, he's missing down. It's not up as when he first started.
There's a breaking ball fouled off by Phillips. And Zach Gillick has 13 strikeouts for the season. He was leading the league at one time until yesterday. Somebody went ahead of him they have 15 strikeouts, I believe it is. Fastball missing outside. So the count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes. I noticed that he was still showing 12 as of today, but they didn't have the stats for yesterday's ball game. He had 1 strikeout yesterday. The ball popped up and go foul.
Yeah, he came inside right there. Yep. I mean, they were setting up inside, which is it's good to see. And of course, you look at it. I mean, Phillips he's right on the plate almost.
So the count stays at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Base is full with 2 down. 2-0 is the score. The swing and a miss there, and Gillick records his 14th strikeout of the season. Great job there by Zach Gillick to get out of the inning. But not before the Sunflower Seeds scored 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. So at the end of 6.5 innings of play, it is the Sunflower Seeds 2 and the Newton Rebels 0, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. The score is 2-0 in favor of the Sunflower Seeds as they just scored 2 runs in the top half of the 7th inning. Due up for Newton Rebels is the catcher, number 15, Hibiki Uchi.
Yeah, now it's up to the offense. This is what Coach Clark's been pretty excited about the hitters, and we got to generate some runs. And I think this is the time where they need to step up. I mean, we still have 3 innings.
Coming in for the 7th inning is Conor Gibson, doing a great job there for the Sunflower Seeds, and he has given up no runs on 3 hits and no errors. That one missing for ball 2.
And it's going to be interesting to see where where his wall is. I mean, right now he's still looking good. I know he hasn't thrown a lot of innings before this year.
That one missing for ball 3, 3-0 now the count.
I say this year, it's only been what, a week, Frank?
It's only been about a week since we've been playing. This is the 6th game, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean the whole league.
Yeah.
Now, Cheney, I'm sure they played a lot of games before.
They played that one in there for call strike 1. So the count goes to 3 balls, 1 strike to Hibiki Uchi, who is from Japan.
And I think a lot of the hitters, sometimes they get in a rhythm. It's with the pitcher, and they need to step out once in a while.
His mother is Madoka.
Oh, there you go.
Is Hadiki.
Nice little line drive to left.
Base hit by Hibiki Uchi. So 1 runner is on first base now as Uchi records his first hit of the ball game. That will bring up the first baseman, number 21, Lincoln Andrews.
And there is some action going on in the Seeds bullpen. So.
Yep. Uchi, a good lead there at first base. Ball is fouled off to the third base side by Andrews. Andrews flew out to center field in the 2nd inning and grounded out to the second baseman to make the 3rd out in the 4th inning.
Yeah, this would be a great time for Lincoln to get that first hit.
Andrews batting .210 for the season as he is 4 for 19. What was that?
A balk.
A balk. We have a balk, so Uchi goes to second base on a balk by the pitcher.
Again, what we talked about, make this a 1-run game at least.
That ball hit hard to the second baseman. Second baseman Helm comes up with it, goes to Macbeth for out number 1. Uchi moves over to third base on the play. So Andrews did his job by hitting the ball to the right-hand side, and Uchi goes to third base. It's going to bring up the designated hitter, number 17, Enzo Bonventry. And how quickly could this game get tied up as we've seen Bonventry hit the ball hard. Popped up in the infield. It may be out of play. It is.
Well, Enzo, like I said, he was one of the top guys last year in RBIs in the league, and he's got one right there for him. Just get a good pitch and drive it.
Well, he definitely was swinging up that time, but he fouled that one off, didn't quite get it. So no balls, 1 strike is the count. Here's Gibson's pitch. That one missing low for ball 1. That count will go now to 1-1.
But again, also look at the infield's playing back. I mean, even if he puts a ground ball, at least we make it a 2-1 game. You have to score a run.
You got to score with him at third base, definitely. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball missing outside. This count will go now to 2 balls, 1 strike to Enzo Bonventry.
Like I said, Andrews, he was over right there at the 4-3, but he moved that runner to third base. Now it's up to Enzo.
And here's Gibson's pitch. That one calls strike 2. We'd like to say hi to Jim and Grace Bonventry. He's got an older brother, Jimmy. We hope you're enjoying the ball game.
And good people, and I'm sure we'll be seeing them. They usually come down to Kansas.
That one swing and a miss there by Bonventry, and that is the 2nd out of the inning. That is only the 3rd strikeout by Gibson, recorded. So it brings up the center fielder, number 30, Ricky Hockett.
Yeah, he's been using his fielders real well. They're making the plays. And
First pitch missing low for ball one.
now, and like Hockett, he's the guy who played at Friends, and he hasn't played a lot. I mean, we picked him up a few days ago, and so it's going to be interesting to see how his timing is.
Yeah, we lost a player. Ball hit hard to the road to the right side. That's
There you
going to be
go.
a fair ball. A base hit by Hockett will score a run, and Hockett tripped over
The
at
belly
first
flop.
base.
I don't know.
Whoa.
It's like belly flop
like-
or whatever you want to call it there, but
Looked like he was trying to get himself in position to round the base and just fell down and just barely made it to first base. But he is in with a base hit. And Uchi will score from third base as we have one run now scored for the Newton Rebels. And the score is 2-1 in favor of the Sunflower Seeds.
they're going to stick with him, aren't they? They're going to stick with Gibson. And like I said, he's got to be getting up there at pitch count. And like I said, we don't have the pitch count, right? Still.
Yeah. Coming in to bat now for the Newton Rebels will be the right fielder, number 9, Eric Garza. Gibson steps off the mound, ready to go now as Hockett is on at first base with a single and an RBI. First pitch is outside by Gibson. 1-0 now the count to Eric Garza. Throw over to first base, not in time as Hockett is in safely.
It's a great crowd seeing a great game. I mean,
2-1 ball game. You can't ask for anything better, except maybe the score on the Newton Favors side.
It's just over an hour and a half. So
2-0 now the count.
I think Taylor likes that. I think she doesn't like the long games that go on for hours. I mean,
maybe that was the first pitch.
Yeah.
Ball hit to the right-hand
Go.
side. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Hockett rounding second base. He's going to go, but the throw comes to third base and looks like they're going to get him out at third base. A base hit by Garza.
That was a great throw. Very good throw right there.
Great throw there by Dylan Phillips to Wagner at third base for the putout. But not before the Newton Rebels score one run on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We're going to go 9-5 here for the third out. And the score at the end of 7 innings of play, it is the Sunflower Seeds 2 and the Newton Rebels 1. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the top half of the 8th inning. This is Frank Martinez, joined along by General Manager Mark Curvala this evening. 2-1 is the score in favor of the Sunflower Seeds. Leading off for the Seeds in the top half of the 8th inning is the shortstop, number 15, Caleb Farmer. Well, all the scoring has happened in the 7th inning. 2 runs on the top half of the 7th inning by the Seeds, and 1 run. There's a bunt laid down by Farmer. Great bunt, and Gillick hustles, but not going to be able to get to it. And it is thrown away by Gillick. So the runner will advance to second base after the base hit. An error by the Newton Rebels will put a runner on at second base. Going to bring up the designated hitter, number 12, Kuhn.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's I mean, that's what we didn't want to see. And like I said, the bunting's huge in this because everything. If you notice, the pitcher has to hurry, accelerate his actions and everything. And then you get a wild throw like that, and you're on second base. So that's a great bunt.
Yeah, great bunt, nice execution, and unfortunately, Zach Gillick threw that one away for the error. And now another bunt attempt, and that one's pulled back, so count is 1 ball, no strikes to Coy Kuhn. Kuhn has reached on a base hit the last time and scored a run. And here's Gillick's pitch. That one calls strike 1, a fastball on the outside corner. That will even up the count to 1 ball, 1 strike.
And I did like one thing. I mean, Garza's out there in right field, and he was hustling. I mean, he was hustling. As I was watching, as soon as the ball was over there, he was hustling. And which right fielder, he wasn't spectating. He was sprinting in there.
Breaking ball by Gillick, missing high for ball 2. 2-1 now the count. No outs here in the top half of the 8th inning. 2-1 is the score. Seeds over the Rebels. Fastball swing and a miss there by Kuhn. So that will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here's Gillick's pitch. That one missing outside for ball 3. Full count now at 3-2.
Yeah, and this part of the lineup here, they actually scored a couple runs here. The 2 runs.
That ball hits the right-hand side. First baseman Andrews moving back along with Garza coming in from right field, not able to get to it. So the count will stay full at 3-2. Once again, Caleb Farmer at second base as he reached on a bunt single and then went to second base on the throw-in error by the pitcher Gillick. So he's standing at second base with no outs here in the top half of the 8th inning. As the Seed lead 2-1 here in the top half of the 8th. And here's Gillick's pitch. Call strike 3. Great strikeout there by Gillick. So he records his 15th strikeout for the season.
And I like how he's going in and out. I mean, he's moving the ball around. He's not just sitting up outside and having the catcher out there. He's actually pitching. He's doing a great job, and he's using that 17-inch right there of home plate.
Brings up the catcher, number 23, Jordan Maxson. So we have 1 down with a runner at second base here in the top half of the 8th. Gillick's looking the runner back at second base. Ball hits the right-hand side, going to be foul. So the count goes no balls, 1 strike. And I'm going to check the YouTube to see whether we're still on and okay.
An exciting game here, and I know a lot of the viewers would love to see this. So
that one missing for ball 1.
Again, he's missing low. That's what you want to see from your pitchers when they are missing and not getting the ball up around the belt.
1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball by Gillick.
I don't know. I don't know where that one was, but it must have been a little inside.
2-1 now the count. Now it's just a little bit high outside. Yep. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and here's Gillick's pitch. Fastball swing and a miss there by Jordan Max.
Yeah, he's got that little movement right there. It's almost like slider action, and when it's coming in and then just breaks just a little. Ball was fouled off by Maxson. But I love Zach's temperament, Frank. I mean, you've known him for a while, and he's even keel. He doesn't get rattled. So the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Runner at second base with 1 out. There's a breaking ball just missing. And that is being framed by catcher Uchi.
So the count goes full now at 3-2. Didn't miss that one by much. It looked
I have
like
no idea what.
it looked like it
on
was
that,
pretty
but-
close. Uchi thought it was a strikeout.
No, he wouldn't have done that if.
Swing and a miss there by Maxson. And that is the second strikeout of the ball game. This inning, correction. Third strikeout of the ball game for Gillick. And that is his 16th strikeout of the season. Recorded.
I was going to say right there with Gillick, he could have let that affect him. Like some pitchers, all that, what's the deal with the umpire or whatever. He didn't, came right back and got the strikeout.
Going to bring up the first baseman, number 32, Micah Grover. We need to get out of this inning here. Gillick's first pitch is a breaking ball in there for call strike one. Nice breaking ball there by Gillick. No balls, one strike. Runner at second base, 2 out now. Here in the top half of the 8th. Another breaking ball just missing outside, so the count will even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Normally here at home we have 3 cameras, but with a little rain that we had last night and the wind must have... There's a swing and a miss there by Grover. Must have did something to the wires up there, because I noticed that the wires were disconnected. That's why we couldn't get them to come in. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a fastball call, strike 3, as Gillick comes in and strikes out the side in the top half of the 8th inning, as he records his 4th strikeout of the ball game and the 17th strikeout in this season so far. So the top half of the 8th inning, no runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base. So nice job there by Zach Gillick.
But we know Zach Gillick, and I guarantee you, he did a great job on the pitch mound, but I guarantee he's mad at himself for the throw on the bunt, putting that guy at second, and that was the run that went ahead. But my gosh, what he did coming back, in the situation and got us out of that inning. It's still a 1-run game.
It's still a 1-run game. It looks like we're going to have a new pitcher. I know you were talking, so you weren't paying attention there like I told you you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Because you were talking, and I understand number 26 is the new pitcher, and we'll take a look and see who that is. It's going to be Trey Hungria. Okay. We're going to go with that. Number 26 now. Hungria. And looks like Conor Gibson goes 7 innings pitched.
I think the next GM meeting I am going to bring up, let's have a pronunciation, just for guys like Frank and announcing all this, because all these different teams, all these different names from all over.
He gave up 1 run on 6 hits. And let's see if we happen to get something over here on Point Streak on what he has done exactly. Okay, he went 7 innings, gave up 6 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 base on balls, and a total of 3 strikeouts as he faced 26 batters.
1 walk. I mean, he was around the plate. And like you said, he didn't strike out a lot of guys, so he had his defense.
So that brings up in the bottom half of the 8th inning for the Newton Rebels. Looks like we have a pinch hitter, number 23. And that's Joey Martinez coming up to bat in place of Tommy Thresher. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike now to Martinez. And here's the pitch off to the right-hand side. That's going to fall in for a base hit by Martinez. I say that, but yes, it is a base hit. The right fielder really did a great job of hustling in and threw the ball to first base. I was afraid they were going to get him out there, but not in time. So Martinez records his first hit of the game, just coming in to pinch hit. And it's going to bring up the shortstop, number 2, Jack Sigris.
And this is what you want, Frank. Top of the lineup, one of your leading hitters right here, and we just got to get him over to second, get Martinez over there, and see what happens.
So Martinez is on at first base. Sigris is up. The ball gets away from the first baseman, and Martinez is hustling down to second base. That one there is going to be on the first baseman because that was right in his glove. And so we have an error.
And again, pitchers sometimes looking over there at, feeling they have to throw over there, and sometimes you don't have to. You can just step off, but hey, it's at our benefit. What we talk about, don't have to bunt now.
So Martinez is over at second base. A bunt laid down by Sigris. Sigris is out by the third baseman. Nice play
with the umpire
there by Wagner. What was that?
I was just saying that the umpire, they're having a discussion out there. So I don't know if he was. Sigris is walking in, though, so I mean. Let's see, I don't know.
Bunt laid down by Sigris, a sacrifice. Not exactly sure what.
Yeah, I'm sure he's out, but I mean, they're going to talk, and who knows after yesterday's game? I have no idea. So, which I did find out.
We had a base hit. And
it was a foul.
Okay.
And they said it was a foul ball, but my argument yesterday is why didn't they say just what you said right off the bat?
Raise your hands up and say foul ball instead. It looked like they said fair. They gave the safe sign,
right.
And it drew a lot of confusion yesterday.
Well, and then the coach came out. Coach
kind of changed their mind a little bit. Kind of made them think about it, and then they went to go discuss it again, and then they changed it. So
and I know a lot of those Rebel fans were going, "What happened there?" And so I wanted to find out for everybody on that.
So sacrifice 5-3, 4 to put out for out number 1, and Joey Martinez is now standing at third base with 1 down. Brings up the third baseman number 1, Andrew Brotman. There's the foul ball by Brotman. Swinging a.
And you have the infield in right now, so they're not going to they're not playing to let us tie.
Correct.
So.
Especially here in the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Yep.
They were trying to get that out.
So Brotman needs to lift the ball, drive the ball.
So Andrew Brotman, the batter. That one hit to the right-hand side. That's going to be foul. So the count goes to no balls, 2 strikes now to Andrew Brotman. With Joey Martinez as he pinched hit and got a base hit. Went to second base on an error. And then to third base on the sacrifice by Jack Sigris. We do have 1 out here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Runner at third base. Score 2-1 is the score in favor of the Sunflower Seeds. That one hit to the right-hand side. That may score a run as the right fielder Phillips makes the catch, falls down, and Martinez will score from third base. And a nice job there by Andrew Brotman as he has a RBI.
And that's execution right there. That's the job he needed to do. Just get it out there. Don't put it in the infield, obviously, and unless you're going to hit it hard through the holes. But it's tough with this grass. So the best choice, I would say, just what he did right there.
So the score now is 2-2, tied up. And that brings up the second baseman number 3, Lachlan Ross. So Brockman did his job and got the RBI as he hit the ball into right field. And Martinez tagged up and scored easily. As the right fielder did fall down, there's a swing and a miss there by fouled off, it looks like, by Ross.
If you look at that, you got Martinez got on base. He did his job, and then, the throw, then Sigris gets him over to third, then the fly ball. That's what this team needs to do, to buy into.
Something they haven't done for the last couple of ball games, that's for sure. There's a breaking ball missing outside, so that would take the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. There's been many times we've had guys at second and third and not able to get them across, whether it's 1 out or 2 outs. That one missing inside. 3-1 now the count to Lachlan Ross. Like to say hi to his parents, Ian and Rhonda. Siblings are Zane, Benjamin, and Ariana. They are from Australia. Sydney, Australia.
So what time is it there, Frank?
Not sure exactly what time it is or whether they're watching, but Ross is on at first base with a base on balls. That's a breaking ball in there for strike one.
And seeing, especially pitchers like this, you have to take it to the right side. Everything's going away from a right-handed hitter. Just go ahead and take it to the right side.
Now batting the catcher, number 15, Hibiki Uchi. Swing and a miss there by Uchi. So the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes.
And that was a fastball up and in. But most of the time with these guys in their movement, everything's going to be pitched away.
So Ross is on at first base as he reached on a base on balls. And Uchi's up there batting. Breaking ball, kept his hands back. That's going to be fouled off to the right-hand side. Macbeth, the first baseman, gets under it, makes the catch for out number 3. So flied out to the first baseman for the third out. But not before the Newton Rebels have tied the ball game up as they scored 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base. At the end of 8 innings of play, the score tied up at 2 apiece. And we're going to be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the top half of the 9th inning. We do have a new catcher for the Newton Rebels. It is number 44, Roger Valoria. He is a 6-foot, 215-pounder from Marshalltown Community College, Caracas, Venezuela.
Yep.
So we'd like to...
Well, actually, we don't. He was warming up.
Oh, he's just warming him up. I thought he was coming in.
No.
He had all the gear on, so I take that back. It's still Hibiki Uchi, still the catcher. My bad. Normally when they warm up, they don't have all the whole gear on.
Right.
So I really thought he was coming in, but Uchi is still the catcher. My bad.
And I want to say my bad on, Gillick. I mean, I didn't, when I talked about when he felt bad, felt bad about the throw and the guy scored, he didn't score. So that's what, I want to bring that up, the correction on that. Gillick did a great job, and here he comes, New
batter is number 4, Alex Epp. Alex Epp is now the batting, pinch hitting for number 13, Jordan Helm.
And I think he's going to ride Gillick and, give it's his chance to win right here. And Gillick, he can go 4 or 5 innings. I know he can. So
Alex Epp, a call strike. So the count will even up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Gillick came in the 7th inning after the Sunflower Seeds had scored 2 runs off of Carson Frazier, as Carson Frazier only went 2/3 of an inning. Swing and a miss there by Epp, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. We are in the top half of the 9th inning. Score tied up at 2 apiece. That ball hit to the second baseman.
That's Ross.
Ross over to Andrews for out number 1. So a 4-3 put out for the first out.
And one thing, Frank, I'd say what I always try, especially in situations like this, you probably have the corners, the third base and first base, more getting closer to the line, no doubles.
Brings up the center fielder number 5, Cale Blasey. Gillick's pitch missing outside for ball 1. 1-0 now the count to Cale Blasey. Blasey reached on a base hit in the 3rd inning and got stranded at second base. That one also outside for 2-0 count. Then he grounded out to the pitcher in the 5th inning and flew out to center field in the 7th. So this is his 4th time up the plate. He's 1 for 3 so far. Call strike 1. The count goes to 2 balls, 1 strike. Batting .285 for the season. He is 2 out of 7. And here's Gillick's pitch. That just missing outside. So 3-1 now the count to Cale Blaze. 1 out here in the top half of the 9th inning. And here's Gillick's pitch. Ball fouled, popped up into the outfielder. Outfielder coming in. That's Martinez now.
Martinez called it. They got it.
Now playing left field, looks like.
Yeah.
So Joey Martinez makes the catch for out number 2.
Not sure is that Martinez? Is that it? Was it? Garza, they moved to left field, so.
Okay. So now batting is the left fielder number 33, Casey Mays. Okay, I was just going by what Point Streak says.
Right. So he put somebody out. Let's see who's.
So Garza now playing in left field. My bad. Like I say, they got Martinez out in left field on Point Streak, and Garza still in right field.
It was an interesting catch because he's under it. Then he had to reach out the last second, and luckily he caught it. And
so Casey Mays is up at the plate. The count is no balls, 2 strikes to Mays. And here's Gillick's pitch. Swing and a miss there by Mays. And Mays goes down for the 3rd out of the inning. And that is the 18th strikeout recorded by Zach Gillick here this season.
Gillick's, he's doing a great job. That's what we talked about, the bullpen. That's what the Rebels need. Because like I said, right now, not everybody's going to be able to go that deep in the games, and they need that bullpen.
That is the 5th strikeout by Gillick in this ball game since he came in the 7th inning. We're going to take a small break, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 9th inning. The score is tied up at 2 apiece. Once again, Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer for tonight's game, joined along by Mark Curvella, our general manager for the Newton Rebels. We have Taylor Elliott at the PA, doing a great job for us, and we thank her very much.
Yeah, she multitasks. I mean, she even got the ice today. So, I mean, she does quite a bit for us.
So the bottom half of the 9th inning, leading off for the Newton Rebels is first baseman number 21, Lincoln Andrews. On deck is Bonventry, followed by Ricky Hockett. First pitch by Hungria is ball 1 outside to Andrews. Andrews has not reached on base yet.
It's going to be interesting to see what Coach Clark, if he's going to have any hitters come in or
that
whatever.
One missing outside for ball 2, 2-0 the count. Yeah, the strategy in the 9th inning really gets, that's where the coaches earn their money, isn't it?
Yeah, that's definitely.
That one missing inside for ball 3.
Well, the thing is, Frank, is like that's where you get to know your players, what they can do, and all that. And like I said, what were you talking about? He's had a week. So it's kind of by feel.
So here's the pitch. That one missing outside for ball 4. So Lincoln Andrews reaches on base for the first time this evening on a base on balls. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, number 17, Enzo Bonventry. And Bonventry looking over at Coach Brett Clark at third base to see exactly what play he's got on. We definitely need to move him over.
No, it's interesting.
So Andrews on at first as he reached on the base on balls. And here's the pitch. Bonventry squares around the bunt, lays the bunt down. Nice bunt there. The catcher will pick up the ball, goes to first base. for out number 1. But Andrews moves over on the sacrifice by Enzo Bonventry.
Beautiful, beautiful bunt. I mean, and right there, I mean, Enzo's not hitting like he usually does right now, but guess what he did? He contributed right there. That's a team, right there, he executed.
Maxson is at home plate. He's the one that threw the ball to Macbeth at first. And that's going to bring up the center fielder, number 30, Ricky Hockett. Hockett reached on a base hit the last time up and was thrown out at third base, 9-5 on that base hit by Garza.
I want to thank our guy, Jim Williams, there does the gate, volunteer for us, doing it all, bringing,
Thank you very much, Jim Williams. First pitch is called strike 1, so 0-1 the count. That one missing outside, so that would even up the count to 1-1. Runner on at second base with 1 out. Here in the bottom half of the 9th inning, the score tied up at 2 apiece. Can't get any more exciting than this, folks. And a great crowd here in Newton, Kansas. And Hungria steps off.
Yeah, I was impressed by that bunt by Enzo because I'm sure he doesn't bunt a lot, what I mean? And,
not a power hitter like him.
No, but I mean, he got it down and
he did his job.
Beautiful. I'm proud of him.
Breaking ball just missing outside. Oh, it looks like the umpire said he did go. So he called it a strike, so the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. He had a better view than we do. We're up here in the press box, and he's right behind home plate.
Yeah, we don't have the cameras set up at for the zone there like the big leagues, and I hear that they are coming back. So
count is 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Hockett. Ball hit to the shortstop. Shortstop Farmer looks back to second base, and it's going to be safe. Oh no, they called him out. Oh the Lordy, that is going to bring out Coach Brett Clark at first base because talk to that umpire because that looked like he was still up in the air when he tried to make that tag, and Hockett was on at first base. Had already touched the base.
And I mean, it's one of those deals too, Frank, where I don't like to see guys slide into first base, runners going down the first base, like that. But that's the only time you could probably do it is when you see the first baseman up in the air. But
so the 6-3 is the put out for out number 2. Andrews is still standing at second base, and that is going to bring up the right fielder, number 9, Eric Garza. Garza reached on a base hit his last time up.
Like I say, Garza, he's working with that approach that you and I were talking about earlier, and let's hope, he stays with it right here, gets that run in.
Breaking ball call, strike 1. Hit the inside corner. So the count is no balls, 1 strike. That was a close play at first base, but umpire called him out for the second out. Score tied up at 2 apiece. Ball hits the right-hand side, a foul. So the count goes no balls, 2 strikes. That was back towards the first base dugout.
Yeah, and I look at Garza. He's choking up a little. He's getting on the plate. He just needs to put that ball in play.
That ball just missing outside. Breaking ball by Hungria. So the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes to Eric Garza. Runner at second base with 2 down here in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Score tied up at 2 apiece. Base hit here could very easily win the ball game for the Newton Rebels. And here's Hungria's pitch. Ball hit to the right-hand side. That's going to be foul.
He's battling, and that's what we want to see.
Eric Garza up at the plate. He is 1 for 2 here in the ball game.
Umpire warning the Rebels bench to get back a little. Guys are all excited right here.
So the count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. And here's Hungria's pitch. Breaking ball, or fastball looks like almost hit that outside corner, but missing. So that will take the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Good idea. You have Martinez up. He's been one of the hottest hitters.
So Martinez is on deck.
Yep.
Swing and a miss there by Eric Garza. And Hungria gets the 3rd out. So we're going to go extra innings here tonight as the Newton Rebels had no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base, left stranded at second base. So at the end of 9 innings of play, the score is tied up at 2 apiece. And we'll be right back.
Well, Frank.
And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the top half of the 10th inning. And looks like we're going to have a new pitcher. It's going to be number 12. Rocco Armini will be coming in to pitch. He's a 6'4", 205-pounder from Moore Park College, Topanga, California.
There you go.
So Rocco Armini is the new pitcher. And Zach Gillick is done for tonight. We'll see exactly what the line reads for Gillick. As Gillick went 2 1/3 innings, gave up 1 hit, had 5 strikeouts as he faced 8 batters.
No, he did it. He did an awesome job, and like I said, he's been doing that for this week. I guess I keep wanting to say all summer, but the thing is, every time he's come in, he's been called. He might have had maybe a slip up here and there, but I mean, he's so consistent, and I think the coaching staff of the Rebels, they have so much confidence in him in big situations.
So Rocco Armini is the new pitcher. I'd like to say hi to his parents, Attilio and Lori Armini. Has 1 older sister, Rafaela. And we say hello from Rocco. First batter he'll be facing is 3rd baseman number 19, Jack Wagner.
Wagner's been productive today. Been, 3 times on, so.
As we are in the top half of the 10th inning, score tied up at 2 apiece. And you say we played that 9 innings in 2 hours and what?
10 minutes.
2 hours and 10 minutes, so still early, but we're going extra innings. Rocco's pitch in there for a strike, so the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike to Jack Wagner.
Beautiful night for baseball, and we're an opportunity here. We battled back into this, and we got an opportunity to take this game.
And there's Rocco's pitch. Check swing, but the umpire says yes, he went. So the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Rocco's got some good pop on his fastball there.
6'4". Comes at a whole lot different angle.
He said he's had some arm problems before and everything, but it seems like he's pretty healthy.
Breaking ball, that ball is hung up there, but the right fielder making a catch out in right field. Looks like it's... I've still got to see who it is. It's Martinez, I believe. Yes, it is.
That was a great catch there.
Great catch there by Joey Martinez out in right field for out number 1.
Sliding in there and jumped right up to show he had the ball.
Brings up the right fielder, number 24, Dylan Phillips. Phillips now batting. Once again, on point streak, they have Martinez in left field and Garza in right, but that should be switched around. Rocco's pitch, first pitch is hit to the right-hand side.
He's having trouble seeing it.
A great hustle there by second baseman Ross.
Did he get it?
Not sure if he got it or not. Must not have because
Yeah, you could see Martinez putting his hands up. He couldn't see the ball.
Yeah.
And it's a tough sky. You know, when the sun goes down like this, and it's tough sky with the lights and everything.
Well, both Ross and it looks like Etchelman's now playing first base. Martinez in right field. So Aaron Etchelman now the first baseman. For the Newton Rebels. Dylan Phillips. There was Rocco's pitch missing low for ball one, so the count will go to 1 ball, 1 strike.
But that was good hustle out there. I mean, you know, especially Ross, he was going full blast. Here in the top half of the 10th inning, 2-2 the score. Oh, just missing. Well, I tell you what, one thing I do like about the catcher, and that's Uchi. He likes to frame it, doesn't he? Yeah, and he gives that little quick glance like, well, no, that wasn't there. That ball hit into center field. Center fielder Hockett backing up to the wall. Makes the catch for out number 2. Wow. That thing was on the... Yeah, he gave it a ride. He sure gave that one a long ride. I'm glad you have those great eyes. Hockett was able to make the catch. I'm glad you got those young, good eyes there, Frank, because I could hardly see out there in the darkness of the warning track there. Clear the warning track that ball went. It's going to bring up the shortstop, number 15, Caleb Farmer. Now coming up to bat here in the top half of the 10th inning. 2 down as the score is tied up at 2 apiece. The Newton Rebels had a runner at second base with 1 out, was not able to get him across to win the ball game in the bottom half of the 9th. So we are in the top half of the 10th. First pitch is ball 1, low by Armini to Caleb Farmer. Farmer reached on a base hit on that as he laid down that bunt and went to second base on that error by Gillick, but was left stranded there as Gillick came in and struck out the side after that. Right. I'm just laughing at how he's holding that. You know, he frames it. That one missing outside, so the count goes 3 balls and no strikes. He's trying to give that umpire another look. Hey, you sure? You know, it's like he's holding it right there. And so we got 2 down here in the top half of the 10th. We definitely don't want to put him on. No, his count is 3-0. But I always say if you're going to put somebody on, Frank, do it with 2 outs. That one missing outside for ball 4, so Farmer goes to first base on the base on balls. It's going to bring up the designated hitter, number 12, Coy Kuhn. And I was going to say, Rocco does this little bit of everything. He did the PA yesterday because Taylor was missing in action. He did a good job, and showed a little of his personality, and which he is a very personable guy and fun to talk to. I told him, I said, give me the mic over here, and I'll do both PA and play-by-play. And he says, "Oh, I'll do it. Yeah. Can I do it?" And I said, "Sure." There goes second base is Farmer as the ball got away from catcher Uchi. And so now there's a runner on at second base, and Coy Kuhn is the batter. As he is 1 out of 3 today. Has a base hit in the 7th inning. There's a ball hit to the second baseman. Oh, nice. Second baseman Ross makes the catch for out number 3. So the top half of the 10th inning for the Sunflower Seats, they score no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 9.5 innings of play, the score tied up at 2 apiece. And we'll be right back. to the
And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 10th inning. A new pitcher now for the Sunflower Seeds. It is number 6, Dawson Winter. Dawson Winter now pitching for the Seeds.
Yeah, I bet you right now. I mean, Coach Clark, he probably wasn't expecting it'd be this hard to score runs. But sometimes it gets like that. Sometimes it's just hard. You know, like I said, we've had situations where it's a timely base hit.
And Hungria goes 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned run, 2 base on balls, and 1 strikeout as he faced 9 batters. The ball hit by Joey Martinez. That hit deep into left center field, and that is gone. A home run by number 23, Joey Martinez, and the Newton Rebels win 3-2 on a walk-off home run here in the bottom half of the 10th inning. How about giving it up there for number 23, Joey Martinez, the hot bat for the Newton Rebels. What a great job. That's his 2nd home run here in the last 3 ball games.
And Frank, when he hits them, I mean, we were down the other day and he hit that home run to put us ahead for the win. And then he does that today. I mean, the guy's like Mr. Clutch.
Yeah, won that game 9-4, and he hit a 3-run home run for the Rebels, and he comes in here in the bottom half of the 10th inning as he pinched hit for Tommy Thrasher in the 8th inning, got a base hit, went to second base on an error, and then hits a home run here in the bottom half of the 10th inning to make it the final score. The Newton Rebels 3 and the Sunflower Seeds 2. I don't know why I want to say Seattle Studs.
After you've been 26 years the voice of the NBC World Series, Frank, it's all right.
The Seattle Studs have always been in that World Series games, it seems like. Matter of fact, they are the champions this year, correct? From last year. So that is the ball game with the final score 3-2. Carve, we are in action tomorrow evening as Newton Rebels will head to Cheney, and they will face the Sunflower Seeds for the 4th time. They've won 2 games. They won 9-4 the first game. They lost 10-5, I believe it was.
Right.
And then now win 3-2. So tomorrow evening the game time is scheduled for 7 o'clock. I'm not sure what the weather will do, but right now that's what time the game is scheduled for. So, Carv, I don't know if anybody's going to come up here. I would say the player of the game would either be Bravo, but we have a big choice, Bravo or Zach Gillick.
I mean, can we give or players of the game, Frank?
Joey Martinez, who went 2 for 2 and scored 2 runs.
Yeah, he gave us a spark there.
He gave us a spark. I would say Joey Martinez with that home run, that walk-off home run here in the bottom half of the 10th inning. Of course, a nice job there by Zach Bravo along with Zach Gillick coming in the 7th inning and doing a great job. So once again, we want to thank you very much for joining us here tonight in Newton as the Newton Rebels win the ball game 3-2 on a walk-off home run by number 23, Joey Martinez. And now the Newton Rebels take their record to 2-4 in league play and 3-4 overall.
One thing I want to bring up, Frank, I mean, we're talking about the Seeds, a team that was put together at the end, and they're tough. I mean, they're salty. I mean, it definitely wasn't an easy win. We could have easily lost. But the one thing the Rebels are learning, and they need to keep learning, is how to win a game, not how to lose a game, how to win a game. And they did the things today with the execution. I mean, Enzo,
laying down a bunt.
Brotman had the fly ball, sack fly. I mean, little things like that, and then guess what happens. But I'm just saying, it's going to be a tough league, and we need to get the fans out here watching some good baseball.
Exactly right. Well, we want to make sure we thank our sponsors for the last time here. We have Miller Insurance Agency, American Family Insurance, Doty Work, Conrad Insurance Group, Boston Insurance, Pouch Enterprise, Realty Connection Store and Stuff, Roofing Services Unlimited, Shamrock Car Wash, Sean Pinner, Pate Hall Attorneys at Law, Affordable Autos, Remax Associates of Newton, Kansas, the Tim Marler family, our founder Carl Hodges, and Dr. Britt Wolf's DDS. And once again, we'd like to thank our host families, Connie Miller, Joe Pitlow, Michelle and Brett Kaufman, Tammy Schmidt, Chad and Joni Considine, and players Aaron Eshelman and Zach Bravo. That's our sponsors here for tonight. And once again, the Newton Rebels win 3-2. We'll be in action tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. Go on the air at 6:50. So we hope to see you then, and we'll hope we don't have any problems. This will be the first time that we go on the road to try to broadcast. So we'll see how the Wi-Fi works. That's been the biggest problem.
Right.
So we'll see how that works. And in Cheney, Kansas, tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. This is Frank Martinez, along with General Manager Mark Cavallo. Wish you all a good evening with a final score, the Newton Rebels 3 and the Sunflower Seeds 2. We'll see you tomorrow night. Good night.
Good night.